Here near Halloween now. Hi there, I'm glad to be here. I'm going to go down to Old Orchard Beach and show you all my hats in my house. Okay? Come along with me.
I love your hat today.
Thank you, thank you. I made my shoes. I sing in the choir. My name is Ricky, and my real name is Hellen Haas. Perfect day, just perfect. I have to take my hat off to get in the car. That's my tape. I'm living here in Old Orchard Beach, Maine, and I have this lovely hat room that has over 400 hats. And I'm very delighted that Victoria is here to show her all my hats and all my stuff that I collect and make and have a lot of fun with. This was my first hat that I bought. It was always my dream to go to California, and 4 of us went, and the one man owned a antique mart in Pomona, California. And I found this hat there just the way it is. Then the only thing I did was I dropped this price tag off. And everybody thought it looked like mini pearl. And when I didn't wear this hat, people said, "Where's your hat, Ricky?" And I thought, well, I don't know whether I want to wear this hat the rest of my life. And then I had another thought, you know, someday I'd like to be a wacky old lady. Then I had another thought, and it was, why wait, I only have today. That started this whole thing, and I've been having a wonderful time with it. I have my hats all around the room in different seasons, and I can just pick them off the rafters or out of the drawers, and I'll come around and show you now. This is the outfit that I wore last week on October 12th in 2002, last week. I was born October 12th, 1932, so it makes me 70. I'm going to be a role model for the 70s. All these pieces that I put together with the hat were a friend of mine named Debbie Vondras accessorized me, and she said, "My goodness, Ricky, you never have to shop, do you? I have things all in my closet that are costumes that go with my hats." And I have a lot of fun. I am now actually a wacky old lady, enjoying today. Now, a friend of mine made this hat, for instance, and then somebody wanted a hat, so I said, well, I think I could get it. It's just a simple hat, simple sailor hat, and so I made this one. And then I found this down in Florida, and I just put this on it, and I made this one. And I made this one with finger puppets from the Audubon. You put your little finger, they're little children's toys. Somebody gave me the plain hat, and they put a rubber band around it, and it was plain. And I bought all these finger puppets, and you can put your fingers in the backs of all of these, like this. And so the Audubon Society, I support them, and I buy their little animals to put on my hats. And the butterflies also, the same thing. They're all finger puppets. You put your fingers in those. And I made that one and that. Well, that's just on a wire, so it's very easy. I did that one, and another friend made me this one, the same one that gave me that one. And I made this one, but other friends made me that one. I made this one. And Don, my spouse that died, he was in the Coast Guard, and everybody signed this hat and gave me this hat. And my husband liked to wear different color socks, so I made in these suspenders, and I put that on a hat. Oh, I have a story with every hat. This is a sponge that I bought in Tarpon City, and I made that into a hat. It's a sponge is what it is, but I can actually wear it with a band around it. And are these down here, because they're just things I find on the beach, and they belong to a styrofoam cooler, but it's a cool hat in the summer because I have to wear very cool ones when it gets hot. So some people say that's my favorite. And let me see. Oh, where do we go from here? You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. How's that? That is a good one for 4th of July. Whoopee! Okay. And now I want to show you, turn around, and upside down it can go. It's all reversible for the Mad Hatter. Hi, Mickey. This is Minnie. A clever friend made this for me, too. Our sunshine, we go. A nice cool hat. And put into another hat. How's that? I got this in Moscow, Russia, at the circus. From all over, from the Outer Hebrides, these shells. I made a turtle out of a sand dollar, and I glue all these on wires and make little bouquets of shells. So this is my shell hat. my collection that I put together. Simple. And this you can have it on both sides. You can have it either way. This way or this way. Unbelievable what people think of and make for me, or I make them. Somebody gave me moose droppings, and these are actual moose droppings. I shouldn't tell you, should I? And candy wrappers. It makes a colorful hat. And another friend made the pretzel hat up there. Another one I made, very simple. Just very simple. Is from a shelf, from the style program. And I saw one. This is really tough to wear because there are 3 hats, but it was really in style when I saw it. But I don't know how they must have cut the insides of the hat out to really wear it, because it's pretty uncomfortable after a while. You can really hurt your head. Oh, they're fun, aren't they? This is my pretzel hat. It's all pretzels, and they're all shellacked. I put this together for my Spinners and Weavers class. It all has to do with knitting and so forth, so that's my wee hat for the Spinners and Weavers. This for me, Peggy Alt. She's made more than one beautiful hat for me, but this is made out of all ribbons. Let's see, how does it go? It must go this way. It's sort of kooky, isn't that interesting? Yeah, sure it is. Then I have another really simple one. Which way? Just the one flower. And Don, my husband, in the 50s. And I just put the Esther on it. And I've had more fun with this hat. That's a real antique like me. Oh. I glued the fruit on it. And I got this in the grocery store, all these little sponges, and that's this one. I got it at Bendel's in New York quite a few years ago. I got this one down under in Australia. Or was it Fiji? No, it was Australia. I just had a lot of junky things around the house, so I got that in my trip in Canada and put it on my hat. I have a bag that goes with this one. This is wonderful. I got it in San Diego. I won't forget the crow hat. I'm working up to that one. I have a bag that goes with this. I should get it, right? Show you the bag. Hold on. How is that one? The Big Apple, I think this was called. It can take many shapes, which is fun. It's raining cats and dogs because this is a cat. See? These are the raindrops. This is a dog. There's another cat. And there's another dog. I think that's a little broken dog. I have pewter dogs and cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. Another one from down under. We went to Cleveland, must be 10 years ago or more, and for Dawn Ship's reunion, the friends made this for me, and I had to wear it back on the plane. And you know, it wasn't very comfortable because this headpiece has teeth in it. So I don't wear it for very long when I wear it. I think the bird is real. I think it must be stuffed. They even have bird seed. Birds and bird seed. I'm quite a bird. Oh. Tomato, little cherry tomato basket. The feathers from the beach. The worry dolls are from my travels. Isn't that a winner? Yes. Pumpkin went to graduate school to graduate from all his training of all the commands. So you can see it says sit, stand, down, come, and these are all dog biscuits. Now a friend of mine made me a hat called, it's a can of worms hat, and it was very difficult to wear, so I mounted it on this mortarboard, and when I went to my 50th high school reunion 2 years ago, I wore this and had double the fun. The fire hydrant had a hard time, especially on pumpkins. It got very warm up here one summer, and this just sort of got smushed. But this was Pumpkin's graduation hat. Pumpkin, sit. Pumpkin, sit. Big yawn. Oh, good yawn. Pumpkin. Pumpkin, sit. Big yawn. Oh, good yawn. Say I love my mama. Mama. I love my Mama. 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 It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Sit. 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 Say, wow. Any dog can bark. Say, wow. Wow. Oh, so good. So good. Well, when we got Pumpkin, I tried to teach him how to sneeze. And you can teach an old dog new tricks. Can you sit? Sit. Can you? No. Can you sneeze? Can you sneeze? I love my mama. Mama. Oh, that's pretty clear, isn't it? I love my mama. There was a book called Secondhand Dog Book, because he was actually a third-hand dog for us. And Carol Benjamin wrote, never let your dog eat at the table unless you teach him how to carry on a conversation. So I taught him how to talk. And this is putting on the dog. I've knit, this is the sweater that I hand knit. I did a lot of popcorn stitches and cable stitches, and you can't see the stitches for his fur. This hat, a friend of mine felted the hat, and it says, I love my person, and it has all of Pumpkin's pictures and her picture. Jean Lenton is the one who felted this beautiful hat from Pumpkin's fur. And I will show you how I need to get the things from there over to here to show you, if you want to bring them over here. Just everything. The little two bags. See, I have a microphone on, so I can't move, so Victoria has to pick it all up.
I know. You only talk, and I move and see.
When I brush Pumpkin very daily, because you see all his fur, it comes out like this. And then I have a friend at the Spinners and Weavers Guild of Maine, Norma Shearer, and I send this to her, and for $5 an ounce, she washes it, cards it, and she sends it back to me. This is one ply. I'm making now, I make headbands from him, nice headbands. I have weaving machines, and this is pumpkin fur woven, for example, on my weaving machine. It's a sample. And now I'm knitting. I'm going to knit a coat. I thought I was original, but you know, there's a book on how to knit dog hair. So that's the story of my pumpkin. I'm going to make a coat out of all these panels that I'm knitting by hand, because it's lovely. It's like Angora. It's beautiful. And so that's what I do in my spare time with my dog. Oh, you know, I have one more thing I could say. I'll get different colors. If you want to see pumpkin in different colors, you just take Kool-Aid, unsweetened Kool-Aid, and you put vinegar with the unsweetened Kool-Aid in the microwave, and his fur comes out in different colors. So that's just a sample of what can happen if you want more colors from the dog hair. Well, a friend of mine put a leaf in my hand one fall and said, I wonder what you could do with that. And I found this crocheted hat at a Christmas sale, and I sewed and paraffined all these leaves, real leaves, and sewed them all on the hat. And then they began to decay and shrivel up and die and fall off. And so from then on, I decided to put silk ones on. And so now I have a beautiful autumn hat that I don't have to remake it every year. So that's one of my favorites. And I will show you now, since it is fall, all my other fall hats. This was just given to me last week. A friend made it. And it's quite wild. It says trick on here. It's a nice Halloween decoration with mice dangling down. Ooh, and a sock on there. Very original. And I want to show you a couple more that I made with the leaves. This is another one I made from the leaves. And let's see what I just saw that other one. Here's another one I made from leaves and candy corn. And then a friend of mine, well, I should model this one. I just got this last week. My friend made this for me. And I love this one so much. Woo! I love autumn. It's my month. And it's, see, it's a beautiful, beautiful hat. And then we get into funnier ones like this one. Whoa, ho, ho. Endless possibilities for Halloween. Ooh, this can go up and down and around and everywhere. Isn't that neat? Woo, woo, woo. I can scare you. And then I think we ought to show, oh, well, here's one I love too. Well, I love them all so much. I have this one. Looks like somebody shot me through the head. And I think they did a good job. Ah, it only hurts when I laugh. And then we're coming to Thanksgiving, I see back here. This was an old hat from my mother's attic. Has a few moth holes in it. And I put the turkey on it, and I decorated that one. And I've had a lot of fun with this one, too. Boo-hoo! I have one that has a battery in it, a turkey that actually gobbles. And I'll have to get that out one of these days because Thanksgiving will be coming very soon. And I think I might have left that in Florida. I go to Florida too. Well, anyway, then after that we have the Christmas. Now, this is one of my hats from the 50s. And years back, I took it to a friend and said, I put just a pine cone on it and asked if she would help me make that onto the hat, which she did. When I went to pick it up, she said, I'm not going to charge you. I don't know where this came from, but it's a set of lights. And the battery is in the shape of a gift box. And I've worn it so many years, for so long, and I've trimmed the tree, that the switch on the battery, I can turn it on and I can turn it off, but the switch is gone. I'm looking for another one. If you ever find another one, let me know. I'm still looking in all the shops for wee lights, decorations for this tree of mine. And when I put this on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's dark here in Maine, and I get in the car and the lights go on and off. People go off the road. And it isn't Halloween. Every day is Halloween for me. I celebrate every day. So that's one of my favorite ones. And then I have